Let's do this one right there. Okay, cool. So I just got back from searching. I wanted to go to two primary areas. So here is, so just so we can kind of zoom in here. So this is Mount Jackson. This is the Talis Slope. Here's Mount Haynes. Okay. The previous hunt, I had tried to get myself up into here. Lost my bear spray and kind of freaked out and really didn't search at all there. And when I was there this time, there were bears here, here, and somewhere over here that people, were clogging the road up with. And then there's another sighting, I think, down here. But, so, I definitely didn't want to go back into here all by myself this time. If somebody finds it before April next year, that's fine. Again, it may not even be in this area. This is just my solve. I understand people have other solves. I can say without a shadow of a doubt, it is not here for sure. Now, I'll let people know the reason why I share all my footage is because I sort of have this mindset that we're sort of an organism looking for it. I understand only one person can have the treasure. That's fine. If it's not me, it's okay. However, what I know is that we're in this weird phase right now where, like, if it doesn't get found this season, next season maybe it gets found. But you sort of have a waning. What will happen is you have a surge of people that come on board trying to look for it. Same pattern you always see. And then it just falls off. Like, people's interest falls off. It's really hard to keep people interested. And then, if it's not found, somebody freaking dies. Like, this is exactly what happened with Forrest. They die, or there's some sort of bad news in a way, right? And then all of a sudden it starts getting national publicity. Well, I personally don't want that to happen with this hunt, because I do want somebody to find it. Again, if it's not me, that's okay. If it is me, that'd be awesome, because I look forward to re-hiding it. But, so that's why I keep going over this with you guys. Again, I don't want to hear people come in and, oh, it can't be in Yellowstone, this, that, and the other, yada, yada, yada. That's just blatantly not true. For one, people are reading way too much between the lines with regard to what Justin said about the dogs, for example. I mean, dudes, he had Tucker with him the entire time he was in Yellowstone, most of the time, according to his account. The next thing, this is the same guy who put up cameras, there to take footage for the documentary, okay? So, to sit here and think, like, oh, he would never do that, it's like, no. Like, I just don't agree. But that's okay. Back to the solve here. So, this is 9 Mile Hole, okay? And, as hope surges clear and bright, right? Da-da-da. Round the bend, past the hole, I wait for you to cast your pole. So, I still believe that this is the go area. I think that's the go area. In the footage that I'm about to share with you, there are some really, really interesting things here. Super cool. Never thought in a million years I would have found something out there that you're going to see in the footage. And very reminiscent to the line about, secrets of the past still hold. So, you'll see in the footage that there's like an old mining cart or old trail cart of some kind, railway cart of some kind. I can't confirm, but just doing some basic research, there was a railway that ran through some of the areas in Yellowstone off of Highway 287 back in the 1880s and 1890s. I think they all got destroyed back in the 30s. But yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if it's a mining cart or what's back there, but you should definitely check it out. There's a ton of rubble back there. You would never think there. Again, the footage is going to show all that. This is that pull off for the talis slope where I always get out, and then I just kind of walk across. Super easy. But I actually think where he says to cast your pole is there's a fishing marker right here, and I think, to be honest, that the actual path is going to take you here, right, somewhere. Now, what's really neat is that in here somewhere, actually right here, go ahead and get rid of this line. Right in here somewhere, okay, let me pull up my maps. There's a man-made object. It's like right in here. You can't see it so well on maps. On Google Earth you can see it, but see, there's those double R's. But yeah, there's a man-made object in here somewhere, and I would, last time when I was walking back here, I was like, so focused on just getting into here that it didn't hunt really at all. Didn't search. I didn't really get crazy with it or anything. But once you see the stuff that's here that you can't see even on Google Earth or maps, like once you get back there, you're gonna see in the footage, like, wow, that's pretty cool. At least I thought it was cool. But again, where I really believe he's telling us to cast our pole is right here off of this marker. This is the Mountain Hands Overlook marker. You'll see in the footage also. I provide some images and some footage. I met a real nice guy right here. I actually started talking about fishing. I'll share that footage as well. But I believe you cast your pole here, you walk here and here, and this to me is still very much, this whole area in here is still very much a go area. But on this trip, I wanted to search across from the talis by returning her face. That symbol that people think is like, a computer coding symbol is actually an old, was not old. So people use on maps to indicate an azimuth, which an azimuth is a line. So that, not a bearing, it's a line. So, for example, if I'm returning her face, right, I'm returning her face, so this would be the azimuth line. But because it's 20 degree, he tells us that it's 20 degree, and this literally is a 20 degree angle right there. So when we return her face, so to me, returning her face is like the new blaze, if you will. Look down, return her face, find a place, look down, Terry Scantley, something like that, that Forrest said. That's the new one. And the double arc on double arc on Granite Bold, to me, is the blaze of some kind, right? But if we were to return our face off of this azimuth line, we're going to add, potentially we rotate this way, or potentially we rotate this way. So, what is his indication of returning her face? To me, it would be like, okay, it's in line with her face, which is fine. And then you'll see in the footage, man, like this area over here is super interesting because again, you can see Mount Jackson, you can see the Talis Slope, you can see Mount Haynes, all super clear, and it's all directly in front of her face are all these very old things that, you know, bet most people didn't even know were there, you know, secrets of the past, right? There's a ton of places to hide stuff back there. Again, you know, I use the comparison with regard to, like, you know, everybody here that's watching this probably has lost their keys at some time in their house, right? Well, you know your house and you know what your keys look for, but you still can't find them, right? So imagine being out in the wilderness and you're in this back area and you'll see in the footage, you know, there's just a ton of places that it could potentially be that match, but at the same time, you're not seeing it because you don't know what you look for. Like, so take Justin, for example. You know, he told us in the documentary that he walked right by it. He walked right over, he said. He said he walked right over where Forrest's stuff was. Right? Totally missed it. In 2016, I think he said. So, you know, it's definitely one of those things where, you know, yeah, I mean, shoot, you might have to go back 3, 4, 5, 6 times to find it. I mean, I do believe that once you find it, it's going to be something that is recognizable in the sense that it doesn't belong in the wilderness. But with that regard as well, like, you know, what is it, you know? So I think, me personally, I actually think it's a home safe. I think it's one of those Century or something like that home safes because they weigh about 30 or 40 pounds. I think the treasure's weight is probably, the actual real treasure that has value probably weighs anywhere from 14 to 20 pounds. It just depends on how much that meteorite weighs, which, I mean, is still a healthy treasure, guys. I mean, it's still well north of $1 million at this point. So, I mean, don't take it like, oh, like he's saying it's not worth anything, because that's not what I'm saying at all. I just think that he put it in one of those safes for a couple of reasons. One, it's fireproof, okay, and it's element proof, right? So, but a lot of them are black, right, when you go find these little safes. So if something's black and is hidden in an area or possibly covered by rocks, they are casting shadows. It's not like you're just going to be like, oh my gosh, there it is, you know. So is it immediately identifiable? Yeah, because the safe doesn't belong out in the woods. Do I think it's some bronze statue of a dog or anything crazy like that? No. Like, I think he's telling you guys, if you listen, I think he's telling y'all, quit, like, let's start using some common sense. I mean, just from what I've heard of the recording, not the recording, but of him talking in the Discord server, I haven't been in any of those conversations, but just hearing some of the afterthought from it, you know, he's literally telling you to use some common sense, right? And it doesn't make any sense for him to go put a bronze statue of Tucker out in the middle of the wilderness. Like, that doesn't make any sense. What does make sense, because it'll melt. Like, if there's a fire, it's going to melt. What does make sense is a fireproof home safe, right? Or a fireproof container of some kind. Because it's not like, you know, this area hasn't been prone to fire. You can see a lot of the footage, in my footage, you know, old markers of the fire from '89. So, yeah. So again, to recap, look, I could be totally wrong, and that's fine if I am. But this is 9 Mile Hole, round a bend, past the hole, wait for you to catch the pole. I think it's that here. I did want to search this area really, really well this time. I can definitely confirm it's not in this bench of trees right here. I didn't want to go back here this trip because I was by myself. Next time I'm going to take Elizabeth with me, and I'll have a partner so we can really look. And then this area back here is still very much a possibility. You'll see in the footage. I mean, I just could have missed it. Like, seriously. So, yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to somebody finding this. If they don't find it this season, like if they don't find it by October, if it's not found by October, it won't be found this year. That's my bet. Like if it's not found by October, because I think we're gonna have pretty heavy snows in Yellowstone and even up into Montana, where a lot of the searchers are. So yeah, I mean, we're T minus pretty much 6 weeks. So I know there's a group that was meeting out there today at 9 Mile Hole to see where Forrest, was going to lay himself to rest if he had to. So that's cool. So maybe they could search. But there's an area here that is interesting down this ravine between this talus slope. But it's either Mount Jackson or Mount Haynes. I do still lean more that it's back here, because Mount Haynes, this talus slope, fell from Mount Haynes right here and actually created the shape that we see today through like glacier movements. Okay, so his and bride, Adam, Eve, right? So Eve came from Adam, right? So this is kind of where I'm really clued in on this. But again, I wanted to really mark this one off. This is still not marked off in my opinion, because there's some really neat stuff back there. But because that stuff is back there, I think there's stuff back here. Like again, you can see, if you'll zoom in, you can see some very rectangular shapes, large rectangular shapes, within the tree line right here, that are more prominent than the things that are even here. So definitely looking forward to getting back there a little late spring. If again, I don't think like this whole area is not going to be searchable at least from November to late April. So I mean, I do have fingers crossed nobody finds it. I mean, I am sharing all this because, again, like I'm saying, the quicker that's found, the less likely somebody gets really badly hurt. I mean, they were telling a story, Cal Lasers was telling a story about the two fellas who got real gung-ho and got themselves stuck and, were stuck out there for like 6 days. Bro, those guys could have died. Like, they could have died, and they weren't using sense. Like, I mean, guys, you don't even have mud tires on. So, like, I guess that's my ultimate aim here, is that, yeah, would I love to be able to find, the treasure? Absolutely. Be awesome. But would I also like to help someone hurry up and find it? Most definitely. Because when that happens, then, we can limit, the risk to the hunt, right? So, yeah. Anyways, yeah, so from here on, I'll share the footage that I have. And it's pretty long. It's for a few hours, I think. As always, look back through it. I mean, the GoPro, it'll catch things that, we don't even see. So I encourage you to comb through, see if I missed something. Again, I don't want any real negative comments in my comments section. I don't want to hear anything about, it couldn't be in Yellowstone National Park, yada yada. No. It can be anywhere in the West. Period, paragraph. That's it. And one of the clues that I really believe, there's two clues actually in the documentary that I really believe are the clues that this is the hole, is I'm telling you, he gets out at the end where he's telling us that he's doing the hunt. There's a rock right here that you cannot see unless you're there in the 9 Mile Hole pull-off. Okay? Right there. You can't see it from anywhere else unless you're there. And that's where he gets out at, right? And then another thing that's a huge clue to me is when he's in his office and they're zooming into him and there's the book that says Yellowstone, True West, right? To me, it puts us here. And then, you know, wisdom waits in shadowed sight. Round a bend, past the hole, waiting for you to cast your pole, right? In Ursa East, his realm awaits, his bride is, you know, with 3 feet, stands guard at ancient gate. Like, this is the smallest gate in Yellowstone between Mount Jackson and this Talis slope. And they all know, everybody there knows, that the actual park people know that, you know, this is a thing, right? They also know it's a fishing spot, right? Because it's an actual, you know, place that people come to go fishing. It's a known fishing hole, right? And this is also a known fishing hole. But ultimately, I'll end on this. Funny story. I locked my keys in my rental car. How that happens with a brand new 2025, I don't know. But I had to call YPPS, and they came out. And it took them about an hour. They came from Old Faithful. It took them about an hour to get back out there. And it took them about 20-30 minutes to get me unlocked. But, you know, they knew exactly where I was at. Told them I was at the Talis slope. They said, okay, great, we'll be there. I mean, there was no other definition needed, is my point, right? They knew exactly where I was at. And I'm telling you that, you know, like wisdom waits and shadow side bride with a foot of 3 at 20 degree, right? At not degrees, degree, right? And the symbol that he has on at the end of his page is an azimuth. Okay, it's an azimuth, which an azimuth is not a bearing, by the way, but it rather a line that you keep yourself on, right? And then, you know, could be Mount Jackson is his. It could be Mount Haynes. Again, I still really believe the whole his and her, bride, you know, bride and groom. I still really, really believe that it's back here. I'm looking forward to being able to, if I could have found somebody to go with me this trip, totally would have went back there and really, really hunted. But, yeah, so to me, here are going to be prime suspects. It's really neat what I found back here. It can definitely still be an option. I searched this really, really good. It's not there. I have not searched any of the 9 mile hole grid at all. I did walk back here on my first trip, but I was just in the thick trees the whole time, fighting my way to come find a way up this way. So I didn't really search anything on this side. For goodness sakes, I mean, it could be up this, all the way up this old, drag creek, but I don't know. Yeah. So good luck to all. And hope you enjoy the film footage. And again, look forward to continuing to share information and again try to help ensure that people don't die. Like that's the ultimate thing, right? So, all right, guys. Look forward to the film footage will start right after this. All right, so here we go. See, there's Mount Haynes. You see my finger. Here's the Talos formation. And there's Mount Jackson. Now I'm gonna cross the road. Hopefully I don't get hit. I'm gonna line ourselves up with 20 degrees. Hello. Yep. 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 Alright. So this is kind of just getting the general direction. Yep. Yep. These birds, I don't know if you see them or not. Yep. 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 Alright. Pull out our trusty compass app here. There we go. See that or not? Okay. Yep. Sucker. Hopefully it loads up. Yep. 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 Alright, so go it's north. It's perfectly north right there. Right there is perfectly north. So now we need to find 20 degree. Alright. Yep. Yep. Okay, here we go. I don't want to retract this shit. Alright, there's our face. Right there. So we're turning our face. Find the place. 20 degrees. Okay, so we're looking. So basically we want to veer this way. Yeah. Seems so. But that's it, see? I don't know if you can see, but like. See, her face is right behind me. Do digital. Maybe do standard. Here we go. Now, yeah, there. A little better. Does better down here. All right. So if her face is right here, you can see that tree from right there. There's her face. Alright, so we're gonna look for, turn her face. That's true north. Let's do. I'm just gonna buy a compass tomorrow. Alright. Double arcs on granite bold. So here's Mount Jackson. So basically there's Mount Jackson. And that's her face. So the azimuth line is between now. Yep. Now I know we're looking for double arcs on granite bold. Come back tomorrow for sure. Man, What would be really cool is if you could have a metal detector here. But you can't. Can I have a metal detector in this national park? I sort of like, a big part of me thinks he hid it on this side of the road because he's afraid people would drown trying to cross rivers and such, which, I mean, he's probably not wrong. It's actually not a bad time of day to hunt, to be honest with you. Don't really see. Yep. I got my bear spray now, so I'm not so paranoid. Yep. So we're still trying to be on that line there. This big rock right here. It's a cool big rock. All right. That's a strange place for a rock to be. Yep. Yeah, the last time I was here, so worried about just getting up into that crevice that I actually really just didn't search like that hard. I mean, I searched, but not like searching, you know, like, not like looking. Yep. All right, see, I'm still here in the line. You can see Mount Jackson. Yep. Looking for any bear scat. I don't really see any. Not bad. Was an interesting little log here. I know this isn't it, but all right, see, there's Mount Jackson. So I'm trying to just kind of make my way through here. It's a neat rock. Nice clearing right there. And a fire back here. Yep. Right, there's shadow of sight here's her face. So we're still in line. Okay. Yep, yep. Yep. Yep, yep. Yep, yep. Yep. Yep, yep. Yep, yep. Yep. I mean, something that weighs 60 pounds is gonna be like, it's gonna have to at least be something. I mean, meaning, go, let's go search through this area. Yep, yep. Yep, yep. Go. There's Mount Haynes. There's her face right here. Mount Jackson. It's right here. So I'm just kind of combing this area, I think. The problem is with these trees and all the stuff, like, and also, you know, always looking for bear poop, scat as they call it, and just keep searching through. I mean, talking about grid searching. Okay, there's her face. Okay. I really believe it's not going to be in a thicket like this. It's going to have some sort of rock feature. But, you know, so there's Mount Jackson right here, boom. We're getting close to that back rim, or his foot. Yep, yep. Yep. Yep, yep. Alright. Something's definitely been through here. My big old body can get through here. Alright. Yep, yep. Yep. Yep, yep. Turn her face to find the place. Where did you hide it, Mr. Posey? Where is it? It's almost like a river back there. It's not, though. Yep, yep. Yep, yep. Double arcs on Granny Bold. Okay, here's my phone. Yeah, see, this is the kind of outcropping that one would want to see, I think. Oh, get off me, bug. Alright, here we go. Let's go to maps. Layers. Ah! Come on, I forgot to download the stupid thing. It's alright. I'm like, not even. What the heck? It's like a cement block. What the heck? The heck is that? See this? That is definitely a man-made object. I don't know what it is, but it is for sure man-made. See, this is some logs. Check this out. What is going on here? Dude, that is super cool. I have no idea what this is. It's like they dumped. They did a project back here. Yep. It's like, every time I see like a black tree like that, I'm like, oh man, it's something not natural. Well, let's look here. This is such a big boulder. Alright, so it says we're looking for something that's not, it's immediately identifiable. Double arcs on granite bowl. Double arcs on granite bowl. Like, why would they dump all that back here? Let's see here. I mean, if he buried up in that mess, good luck. I mean, oh well, I'm gonna get over there. Just look. Sorry, thin tree is probably not even there, but went around this whole thing. I have no idea what could be 60 pounds. But like, look. There's a 10. Alright, sorry, little tree. Double arcs on granite bowl, or the secrets of the past. So like, are these the secrets of the past? Like, is he upset about them dumping this stuff back here? Like, they for sure dumped. Look at all this concrete. This is all old road stuff. Double arcs. Well, that's an arc. That's an arc. Where the secrets of the past still hold. Check this out. I wonder if he's like ticked about them throwing. I'm gonna go over there and look at that in a second, but I wonder if he's ticked about them. Just look, see, look, boom. Look at these arcs right here. These are definitely, this is kind of crazy. Oh, shoot. Oh, that gave away a little bit. Always need a good fall on film. It wasn't really fall, it was just a slide. But look, is that not an arc? Huh. Wow, okay, hang on. Let's really assess this. Double arcs on granite bold. Okay. This is I mean, I know everybody has their, like, you know, look to, you know, the east, X 13 degrees or something like that. But bro, that's not an arc and that ain't an arc. I don't know what are. However, I don't know. Let me go around this way. Double arc on granite bold. So like, I mean, they just dumped all of this back here. I mean, this is more than one arc, but I'm gonna search it. All right, so I'm gonna go back this way. All right, check my footing. Oh yeah. I mean, you don't see this in space. You don't see this on Google Earth. All right, so that's neat. Like these old things are like double. Were the secrets of the past to hold. Double arcs on granite bold. Were the secrets of the past to hold. So I totally understand the idea of cigarettes, because like they just threw this crap back here. I mean, I bet you, I don't know how many people know this is back here, but I bet you not many. So, we are very possibly hunting with the right dog. I'm not going to stay out here too much longer tonight, just because, you know, dark and woods don't really go together. They're not really partners. The dark and woods are not really partners. Alright, so there's Mount Jackson. I'm still going to search this rock right here. Man, I just want to give it a real good look and see. I have to get my compass, because that phone compass is trash. This thing is trash, bro. Like, so disappointing. Alright, here we go. For secrets of the past to hold. That's trippy, bro. That is so trippy. Alright. Yep. Alright, so we still got a pretty good amount of sun, so I'm gonna keep going here. Alright. Hi, Jackson. Yep, yep. Yep, yep. I mean, dude, this is just crazy sick, actually. They, you see, it's got this whole field of stuff, just old cement blocks. Yeah, just a ton of just old cement blocks. I mean, some of these, those two back there, those two over there, they were definitely archy. And see, like this one is pretty archy. Like, it wouldn't really be hard. Secrets of the past. So, sorry, Spider. My bad, little buddy. You gotta get your little web right there, huh? Huh? Don't really want to invade your space, but I think I got to. Yep. Alright, so here's that other. See, those are those arcs. I'm hoping I'm catching all this. Where the secrets of the past still hold. Is this the past he's talking about? Like the construction of the park, the just dumping waste back here. It was definitely a shock to run up on this stuff. Like, even if this isn't where Mr. Posey put his treasure for us to find, it is definitely an interesting place. Oh yeah. I mean, double arc. Here's more to double. Get some termite out. Get some dynamite out and get after this stuff, huh? Oh man. Yeah, I'm totally gonna share with them if I find it. 1000% gonna share with the Hearst family if I find it. That's some good old boys, and I like good old boys. Man, this is definitely cool as a fan to run up on this. Like, I mean, double arc on granite bold. I don't see him hiding it per se. Yeah. Not down on that holler. That would have been dope though. Would have been killer. Would have been an awesome spot. Alright. So this is a pretty crazy field of stuff. See, we're still here in Mount Jackson. And there's her face. Right there's her face. That peak right there, that's the top of the talus. Really. This is crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy they just dumped this back here. I wonder if in this field of debris, if there's like two that are like stacked on each other. Here we go. One good thing is it's all here. Make my way around there. Make my way around. Okay. Man, I mean, it doesn't really matter if you don't know what you're looking for, because it's gonna stick out. Like, whatever it is, I mean, this is clearly man-made. So whatever the it is, the container. If the dude weighs 60 pounds, it's gonna be something. Like you're just not gonna, I mean, 60 pounds is, it's a lot, guys. I mean, think about it. I mean, my kid, when he was 12 years old, weighed 60 pounds. So, I mean, double arcs on granite bold. The treasures of the past still hold. Yep. Beyond the reach of time's swift race. Time is a ticking. Double arcs, granite ball. There's where I came over. Okay, it's a good landmark for me. Okay. Go. See, this landmark right there. And that rock be up and over. There's Mount Jackson's face, or head, or toe. So now we're gonna go around the back here. Yep. 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 There's that burnt out log, which it is not in. I like them. Easter egg hunting. Or an imaginary Easter egg. Yeah. Yeah, he just threw all this crap back here, man. This is just the old road. They just junked it. Instead of getting rid of it, they put it right back here. They just shoveled that crap right back here, didn't they, buddy? We're a little off 20 now, for sure. I don't want to look at this. This is crazy. Yeah, see, this is all this is the old road. And they just pushed it all back here. Here's Mount Jackson. There's her face. Yeah. Now this is the one hill. Face is actually right here. The one over. So it's still definitely over that way probably. But pretty disappointing. Put the whole road back here. I'm not gonna really walk on it because, you know, it could cave. I'm sure it's settled over time, and there's some cool formations over there. But I definitely think put it in a spot where, like, I mean, he doesn't want anybody to get hurt. I don't think he wants anybody trying to get hurt. You know what I mean? Like hurt. You know? So, and so far, like, I mean, I'm back here pretty easy. So, so much more area over there to cover, but like, I'm gonna give this a good look. You know? We're here. You know, you see, like when you come around different angles, you know, you see different things, different paths. Definitely not climbing that. I don't think he did. Look, that's beautiful. Look how freaking awesome it is, man. So this is the one toe right here. Maybe you can kind of see from here. Okay, so that's toe number one. That's the back toe, and the little toe is over there. So we'd really need to be more that way. But like I said, so I can use this as like the edge of my map. Okay. Alright. Alright. I don't know what could be 60 pounds out here though. Like, look back down through there. Dude, it was really awesome to go back through film footage of just walking those talos, that talos formation. Because okay, I really think we need to be on the actual line between Yep. Spray ready here. Thought I heard something. That's a cool rock. Yep. All right, here we go. Now we're starting to definitely get into her face. there's a clearing. Ha! You know what that noise was I'm hearing? It's the Tylenol in my backpack. It cracks me up. Alright. Yeah, boogeyman. Ha! Cracks me up. I was hearing my Tylenol. Alright, so here's Mount Jackson. Okay. I don't see. The only thing I gotta look out for is those stupid cats. I think, because I haven't seen any bear activity. Alright, now look. There's my hands. There's the bride. Here's Mount Jackson behind me. Turn her face, we're gonna keep going. I mean, yep. Now, I don't know if he means return her face in the sense of go all the way back to his foot. But I do really believe we're supposed to be in that center line there, which I'm not. But, you know, I just want to get back here and look. I remember the wife and I, we went out and hunted with the boys for forest. We had listened to some online, you know, theories, and it's another reason why I'm sharing all this is because, for one, I really feel like we got a little screwed with all the crap that was put out there online during forest hunt. You know, not so much Toby or cow lasers or anybody like that. Yep. But more so just like in general people. You know, they just lied. You know, here's more stuff. We're getting more in her face too. Oh, check this out. It's an old train something. Is this train? Does that not have to do with the train? Did a railroad not go through here? Is this what's going on here, Justin? Remember the railroad lock? Bro, I'm telling y'all, like, I just don't know how it is not in this area. Like, I mean, this is so awesome. Alright. So there's her face. Turn her face to find the place. See, this is still more of that old kind of road stuff, you know, on granite bold. I don't see him putting it, you know, in there per se. I mean, this is too loose. You know what I mean? You don't see him putting it down in there. I don't know how that would be possible. But let's look. I'm not gonna look per se in there. I'm gonna look. There's a rock. That is definitely neat. This is a pretty awesome rock right here. Talking about a blaze of a rock. Look at this. Look at this old bad boy. The secrets of the past still hold. That is crazy. Like, look. Would you ever thought you'd run up on this? Like, this is for sure. This is some kind of train thing. It's something. I mean, I'm not really sure what it is. I have to look it up. But like, look, here's another one. Where did you put it, brother? I mean, you know what would be crazy? Is if this is where he found that lock at. Like if he found that lock here in this debris pile. See, this is an old train. I'm telling you, look. Old train. Old train. It's in her face. And I want to be careful because I don't see him doing crazy. Like this is already crazy enough to have to come back here. You know what I mean? Like, I wish I could find another one of those locks that's running around. That'd be awesome. I mean, obviously I want to find the treasure. Gosh, I can't wait. Turn her face. Still a little bit more that way. Still Mount Jackson. Guys, I mean, this is... I mean, I just feel like I'm super close. Like, this is an old train. Turn back and look this way. Turn her face. Again, I don't see him doing that. You know what I mean? I just don't see that. I mean, I'm talking about 60 pounds here, guys. Okay? You're not gonna just, like, see, this is still loose from just where they ripped all the stuff up. I don't think he'd bury it, would he? I don't think so. But if that ain't old train stuff, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Because that is exactly, this is old train stuff. I just feel like we're so freaking close, man. Like, hug it. Yep. Wisdom waits and shadowed sight. See, look, it always has a shadow on that mountain. Mount Haynes always has a shadow. a little higher vantage point here. Yep, yep, yep. Yep. So no cat gets me from the back. Alright, here's her face. There's Matt Haynes. There's the bride. There's his realm. His realm was right here. Somebody's realm was. Man, there's that train wreckage. Over there is the curbing of it all. Double arcs on granite bowl, where the secrets of the past still hold. Well, I mean, this is pretty secret. Like, you see that pile over there? You can see that pile. It's through there. And then, dude, I bet you he found that lock here. I mean, look at the color of brown that this is. I mean, I don't get this. And this is exact. I mean, this, guys, it's a train latch. I bet you that's not the only train wreckage stuff. Yeah, see? It does not seem like beyond reach touch with. That is a really cool rock. I mean, that's almost in her face. Yep, yep. Look, here's more wreckage. That's more train wreckage. This is a huge rock too. Guys, I'm telling you. There's something up with this. Turn her face, man. So I can tell because I'm right in that line. Alright, here we go. Turn her face to find the place. I'm almost willing to bet you that he got that lock from here. He picked that lock up here. It's unfortunate I'm allergic to pine. So, to say the least, I'm going to use this rock as my It's definitely more train wreckage. Yep, yep. Yep, yep. Double arch on granite bold. Secrets up past the hole. Let's at least get up here. See if we can get a better vantage. There's that rock. Alright, it's getting to be too late to be out here. Getting to be. Again. Find the place. Look, there's that wreckage. That is so crazy. That's out there. That this is out here. Trying to find all the angles it could be. Okay. It's a big rock. This one's gonna sweep. Sweep. Sweep, sweep. Sweep. More sweeping. Just a lot of sweeping. See, here's more wreckage. See, there's more wreckage. Turn our face. Find the place. See? More train wreckage. Okay, I think that wherever it's at, it's gonna be where you can see all three things. Mount Haynes, the Bride, all of it. I could be wrong. I have no idea what's going to the gas spray. I mean, there's definitely some big rocks through here, which is cool. I don't even know what I'll do if I find it. I'll flip out. Just keep sweeping, don't get sidetracked. sweep. Just look, just grid search. Just stay the course. Stay the course, buddy. Alright. Here we go. I have no clue what I'm looking for, but I do know that rock was there. Be so sick of those X marks spot, but it's 1 foot, still over a little bit. Oh man, I don't know if you can see it or not. The hawk, that's a bald eagle. Holy cow. Awesome. Cigarettes in the past. Okay. Some sweeping. What are we looking for? Back of the train wreck. I'm not gonna go through that. There's just no way that he put it there. I mean, if he did, well, y'all have at it. Because I don't think he did. Let me check the time. Next time I'll download my maps. Let's see what's going on. 6:30. Go. That's a pretty cool rock that I just looked around. It's another rock. I'm gonna kind of be ticked off. I don't find this true. Like, with that stuff I just found, the train wreckage, the rubble. I mean, I don't think it's right in here. Okay, back over here. Picture of this stuff. No one believed me. If I just told them. Face. Just gonna go ahead and come back here just for a good measure. I don't want to be like, oh man, I didn't look. There's a train wreck, or train pile. There's Mount Haines, there's her foot. There's Matt Jackson. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here for a day. Just in case there's cats that are active that might want a Chad bird lunch. Yep, 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 yep. All right, Squatch. Where'd he put it? Be funny if Squatch like hit it. I did. I think you're supposed to be able to see Shadow, Bride, Mount Jackson. Might be over there. All right, so I got to this. I got it right here. Look at her. I mean, 60 pounds is a lot, guys. I don't know exactly what I did. And this is all old-timey, like, asphalt. I don't know if you're seeing it or not in the GoPro. But, definitely some train wreckage down in there. Just look down in there to give a good look at least. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to be right back here tomorrow where this is at. Pretty close to her face. Pretty close. Yeah, I'm gonna get the heck out of here. Alright, yep, yep. Yep, yep. Yep. Yep, yep. Alright. Yep, yep. Oh shoot. Got my phone. Yep, yep. See, I don't think it's gonna be up in this dense stuff, but it might be. Yep, yep. That rock. Yep, yep. 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 Alright, I'm just gonna skedaddle on out of here. Man, lots of looking to still do. Definitely think it's back up in there somewhere. Termites. Okay, so I'm gonna get back over there by that rock tomorrow. It's a pretty straight path. Yep, yep. Yep. Yep, yep. Yep, yep. Yep. All right, guys. That's pretty productive, actually. Like, these people are probably thinking, who in the world? It's Sasquatch, mama. Blue Sasquatch. I'm wearing blue shirts. So. Oh. Alright. Definitely tell that the deer and the antelope play right here. Alright. That was stupid successful. There she is right there. Alright, guys. I feel very confident about that area. Alright, see you tomorrow. Alright, so this is that talus formation I was talking about. I'll show you the flat. So this is actually the next known fishing hole here in past 9 Mile Hole. It's literally right across the bend. So you can kind of see, like, here's that talus, there's Mount Haynes. The talus actually fell from Mount Haynes long time ago. And here's the gate that I keep talking about. So here's Hertfoot, here's Mount Jackson. So that's the gate. And just so you can kind of see the talis, what I'm talking about, what it actually is. So yeah, neat little fishing spot right here. You just can't fish right now, so no fishing into Madison. Flows are too slow, so yeah, everybody's excited to get out. All right, I'll take all these pictures. Ready? Oh yeah. How's it going, guys? Yeah, here we go. Cross again. Then there's my Jackson. Should have crossed here. It's actually a nice line. Yep. Hello. Whoop. Hello. Yep. 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 All right. So I gotta get back over there to that one rock. All right. Wisdom waits and shadowed sight. It's a nice line through here. Kinda, you can see it on Google Earth pretty well. Just kind of take your time. Oh, did you see a little chipmunk running? You hear him? Yeah, definitely beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, we're almost there. Man, this deadfall, something fierce. Poor Forrest is like, yeah, I'll make a blaze. I'll make a blaze of a tree that's gonna fall over. Me, I just want to look at every rock. I'm almost certain that it would have to be back there by those where that train. So I found out last night, because I didn't know this until I started. I ran on that until I ran into that that train. I wouldn't call it a wreckage. It's just they left bits and pieces of the train. They left bits and pieces of the train that used to run through here. So there was a train that ran sort of parallel right here. Okay, so there's her foot. All right. So this is, see, this is her foot, and this is a nice little clear spot. See, right here. Turn her face, find the place. We'll look up in here. I mean, I'm gonna, almost definitely bet that it's back there with that train wreckage stuff, but we're already here, so we need to look. don't see a container of any kind. And so here's Mount Jackson. Her face, and she runs like right here at 20 degree, really. North is like this. So like here's, like if I'm standing in her face, north is actually like that. So this hand is north. So yeah, all right, here we go. Kind of just stay in that lane. Get back here to where the train wreckage was. Some old elk poop. One thing I learned about that other rock that was over there was that, man, you know, if you don't do a 360 look around something, you're gonna miss. Like, you're gonna for sure miss something. Like, you need to look 360 degree. Like, look at that. Like, this, I mean, this seems sort of man-made. Right. So yeah, I'm just kind of going. I mean, this is all wide open area. Now this is back where I was yesterday. But again, you know, I mean, we don't know what container we're looking for. So, who has any idea where or what it is? I mean, guys, you know, like, do I feel real strongly about my sub? Sure, I'm sure you do too. Because, you know, that's just how it is. But at the same time, like, you know, who knows? The good news is most of this will be melted again in April. That's if somebody doesn't come get it, wherever it is. I mean, I'm just coming through here and just grid searching, looking at every pile, because we just, you know, try not to disturb too much of the forest. I still think it's over there somewhere, but I want to look. I mean, alright. Alright, so back here, and look, see, there's train wreckage. Again, I don't have any other word to call it but train wreckage. Oh man, So yeah, I was over there yesterday, so let's kind of get it back over there and look. This is that big pile that I found last night, and on the other side of it is the train stuff. We're not exactly in line with her face. But these are like the train ran through here, so they definitely. Little tree is cool. Like I was saying, you don't know a thing. So here's that train wreckage. See, this is where I was at yesterday. Look at these birds. More rubbish. So close. Gotta be so close. I mean, we're looking for a spot. I'm almost certain. You can see Mount Jackson. You can see her face. The question is, what do you do with the container? If it's 60 pounds, I don't know. That's definitely her face. Okay. Yeah. Turn her face to find the place. He said, I mean, but if you don't go around 360 degrees, you just totally miss an angle. Yep, 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 yep. You get a glimpse of some things sometimes, you're like, oh man, it looks artificial. Alright, we're almost to her face. Yeah, so we'll just keep trucking up here. Alright, awesome. I don't. Yeah, this is definitely not the path he came, but like I'm saying, if you don't go 360 degrees, you're not going to see, you know, whatever it is that we're supposed to be seeing. I mean, and this really isn't that far back here, guys. Like, the road is literally like right there. Like, Alright. So just being careful here. Alright. I'm trying to do like a fan where I'm fanning all the way through, because I'm going to be really upset with myself. I can't find this damn thing. Alright. Train wreckage. Her face. Shadowed side. That's definitely some train wreckage. I hope I'm recording still. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, so see, that's the train wreckage. Over there is more of the stuff. As you can see, there's a gazillion places you could hide this. Some old deer droppings. I do not think it is in that bolt, that's talis field here, right? I don't think it's there. Okay? I don't think it's down in there. But I definitely think if it's immediately recognizable, well, we're going to recognize it. Because so far, the only man-made objects is that train debris. That train rail debris. I mean, sort of interface lake. Sort of. But not really. Anything that's in a clear path, we should be trying to hunt. Alright, back here to this debris field. Let's look back. We are still looking for double arcs, or double arc. So, meaning, I think that's his blaze. I think his blaze is some sort of double arc something. Again, we're just doing a fan. So I basically came to the end of the road here. This is a really cool old stump. tree fall. Good old Mount Jackson. Okay, back down through there. Still a little off her face. We're close. Like this is the line. Double arc on granite ball. Get past this little rock and I'll get back in my next line here. Let me check this area. I don't see anything artificial. Yeah, I don't see him. I mean, this is some new growth. Again, you can kind of see it through the tree there. The leftover train wreckage. There's just no other word to have for it. Wreck, waste, something. Alright. Go. Gotta sweep through here. Alright. Fishing in the wild outdoors. On that old road. He looked at me and swore. He said, Dad, and this could be the best day of my life. I've been dreaming day and night about the fun we've had. Just me and you, doing what I always wanted to. You're the luckiest alive. This is the best day of my life. Yep, yep. Yep, yep, yep. Yep, yep. Yep, yep. Hey, see, you hear that? That's the road. I just don't know where you hit it. Like, double arc on granite bowl. There's an area over here, I think used to be the bridge for this low area right here. But just kind of sweeping back through here. And he didn't really, it's kind of an ambiguous solve, considering, just considering. Okay, turn her face, find the place. Might still be too high up here. But again, we're looking for a double arc blaze. And that is potentially where, look at that bee. Yep. Oh yeah. We are definitely in line with her face. Good old Mount Jackson. Yeah, like I was saying yesterday, one of the things that really frustrated me about the forest hunt was, you know, the wife and I, like I said, we went to Salida with the boys just to go. Really, I don't see putting it in there. Could he put it down through there? I don't think so. But I mean, you know, there's so much misinformation out there, especially then, like with his hunt. And again, not talking about Toby or Mike and Christy, Toby and Shelly, but more so just like on the blogs. And like, I get keeping your solve, I understand that. I mean, I'm not saying people should go do what I'm doing. That's not at all what I'm saying. But don't lie about it. You know what I mean? Don't be like, oh yeah, it's definitely over there. I definitely have it solved. You know, like, as you can see, like this might be the right solve. I may still not find it because I may not find the actual hiding spot. Like, I know, for instance, with 9 Mile Hole, there were a bunch of people who were over in that area. I say a bunch, I mean several,
And it was Mr. Stu who found it. Which, supposedly, I mean, it's like, whatever. I mean, I'm not mad at him. I mean, I'm not mad at Forrest either. There was just something goofy about it that just doesn't make any sense. Just something goofy. It didn't make any sense. But yeah, like you can see, there's really a gazillion places in this line that it could be. I mean, that's the whole thing, guys. We don't, unless you look under every rock and every crevice, you just don't know, you know? Here, I mean, we just have to look, you know? Again, I may totally not find it this trip. Look at this tree. Look at these boulders. Crushed. This tree right here. Dead rock fall. Had a little slide. A little slidey slide. Man, there's a clearing over there I really want to get to, but trying to do my due diligence. See. Oh, yeah, okay. Just checking in. Make sure I'm still recording here. Alright. And again, you know, make sure you come prepared. You know, don't just get out here. You don't have any gosh darn idea what you're doing or what you're looking for. Like I keep looking for bear scat and making noise and talking and got my bear spray handy with me. I'm gonna lose it this time and have to suffer the wrath of coming down the front of those talis. Man, that was crazy. It was it was actually pretty awesome because I really, again, I don't think it's right here. Like it doesn't really, this doesn't really fit, but you know, I don't want to not look, you know what I mean? The last time I was here, like I said, I was so focused on getting up into that talus that I didn't look. Excuse me. I didn't look. You know? All I did was laser focused on getting up in there. And this time, I'm on the other side of the road. So I think, after giving it thought, a lot of thought, I just don't see him crossing the water. Just for other people's sake, not his sake. Other people's sake. Like, so if somebody gets hurt and then he has to call it off or whatever, well, he's like, look guys, it was like right over here. The whole time it was never even, I mean, so far, like, if you're too able to leg, you can kind of come where I've come. Like, yeah, you got to pay attention, you got to look out for wildlife, but nothing so far is like, oh man, nobody could do that. Like, this is not true. So, now, I'm grid searching this today. I am going to go ahead and cross the river tomorrow and still look at the talis foot and grid search through there. Again, I'm here. This is my last chance for the season, I think. The wife and I are going to the Galapagos in September. So, and I think this year we're going to have a lot of snow. So I don't want to take my chess piece off the board just yet. So I'm definitely giving this a good look. Both places. Because again, it could still be over there. I mean, it's not like the Madison was that hard to cross. So, you know what I mean? So, that's the thing. I love these rock formations though. There's your face. Alright. Yeah. He looked at me and swore. He said that this could be the best day of my life. I've been dreaming day and night about the fun we've had. Just me and you, doing what I always want to. Yeah, like I say, guys, there's just so many different hiding spots. It's actually pretty incredible. You know, for those who don't know, I only have sight in one eye. I wear an eye patch. So, kind of a disadvantage in that way. Yep, so we're just going to keep combing. So that's why I'm just taking my time. I'm looking. Mr. Posey's treasure. When he says immediately identifiable, it's like, you know, in your mind, you're thinking, man, like, it's just going to be out there. Like some more. Ah, it's just an old burnt tree. See, like again, you see that and you're like, oh man, like, what is that? You know what I mean? Again, over there, it's wreckage. I know I've already looked through here, but I'm looking again. You're definitely looking for double arcs on granite ball. See, here's more. Isn't that crazy? It's like, let me lift it up, see. Kind of have a feeling that train line ran like right through here. There's more rubbish, train rubbish. Some old campfire. Probably one of the workers that were working there back in the day. I'm gonna go through this. My bear spray. Here's that clearing I was talking about. Hope this is still recording. Says that it is. Alright. Go. There's that clearing. Where the secrets of the past still hold. And to me, I think that's that old train line. I really do. That's kind of where I got to yesterday, on this edge. We'll look over here in a second, but that clearing right here, this clearing right here is directly in our face. Yeah, let me check the phone here. This time, I downloaded it. Alright. Yeah, see? I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Right there in that clearing, right across from her face. So. And they would have made like a, they would have, this right here, they would have had some sort of, I'm going to call it a bridge. But, I forgot what they call it. In the train world. If I had to guess, Justin is in the trains. Alright. Obviously, this big, huge rock. So, yeah, let's look at that. That's a good place marker. Yep. And again, you just don't know. I mean, I don't know. Look, ooh, look at this old dead carcass back here. Hopefully, I don't know, it won't be me. Yep, yep. Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Yep, yep, yep. That's cool, though. I wonder what kind of animal it was. Ooh, it must have just laid down and died. Probably some old elk. It's pretty big bones. Immediately identifiable, the man says. Immediately identifiable. I mean, you can still see her. Again, this is like, it's not like, yeah, so, again, you know, I don't want to be one of those that are like, you know, misleading. You know what I mean? That's why I'm sharing this footage with everybody, is so that like, I mean, you may see something in it that I didn't. And, you know, you're more than welcome to go get it. If it helps you and I don't find it, then shoot ya, man. Go get that sucker. But the truth is, I'm not gonna lie about it. You know what I mean? Like, people, so many people, they lie. People are just liars, bro. Like, kind of annoying, if I'm honest. And it was the same way with, like, with Forrest, and, you know, like, I don't think that you're supposed to put yourself in any danger. And like I say, so far, I really haven't. I mean, the last trip kind of coming back down at Talis was a little scary. I'm gonna lie about that. But other than that, like, there's just not much. I mean, again, there's just like, just like a ton of places they could have hit it. Yep. Just a ton of places he could have hit it. I mean, and maybe I'm being naive, thinking it's just sitting somewhere. I don't know how you bury 60 pounds. Again, a 12-year-old kid weighed 60 pounds. So, right there's her face. And again, we're just not that far away from the road. And the really crappy part would be, like, somebody already found it and nobody really told. I don't think Justin would do that, but I mean, shoot, you never know. I mean, I don't personally know the guy, so I don't know his moral fabric. I can only expect people to behave the way I would behave. That's to treat others as you treat yourself. And this is that kind of into that clearing. Yeah. See? 1, 2, 3. It's always a shadow in my hands. And there's Mount Jackson. Again, like a zillion places he could have hit it right here. Like, a lot. You hear that bug? Pretty cool, huh? All right, Mr. Posey. All right. Let me pull out the trusty compass. I'm just give me a swig of drink here. It's an absolutely gorgeous day out here. Alright, so compass says look at that. Literally 20 degrees off and north. $20. Thing is, sucker's good at hiding. See little deer drops. Deer drops are falling on the land. Alright, here we go. Pull myself back up here. Alright. Oh, shoot. Straight. Alright, here we go. Lots of searching to do. Yep, still lots of searching to do. Yep, I'm just gonna go back down this way. This is the easier path. Smoother gradient, if you will. Yep. Just keep the course. Just keep the course. Keep looking. Alright. Wreckage. I already looked at that wreckage, but go back. I'm gonna go back over here. Look at this train wreckage. Yeah, we're secrets of the past still hold. See, look at all this pile over here. The chipmunk, he's like, hey, you're in my house. See, look, here's all this debris field. Where they just piled it all up. I was here yesterday, all through here, looking. Just want to give this another quick scan. Because, I mean, you can see all three pretty good from here. Fill a lark and granny bowl with a cigarette so the past still holds. Definitely say this is a cigarette. Like that old curbing. That other record's just over there. I'm gonna get down through here. Look. See, here's some old wood. These are man-made pieces of wood. Yeah, come back over here right now because the lighting's a little better than it was yesterday. This one looks like a totem, but it's not. Just see if I'm still recording. Yeah, 5% battery. So like I say, I was here yesterday. It's train wreckage. Look at that chipmunk. Hauling butt. See? This is a car. I mean, it is definitely in her face. You know, just when you had that gut feeling like you're super close to something, but yet so far away, that's exactly how I feel. I mean, that is exactly how I feel. Let me show one bit that lock. That lock in gold and green is patina. Flash like this. Look at this. See that? Why in the absolute world? Hear that chipmunk whining? I think it's a chipmunk. Man. Just don't know, like. Love the motorcycles in Yellowstone, man. Yeah, they do. Can't say that I blame them. Alright, guys, I'm back here. The old trusty Madison River. There's no fishing right now, but you can see how much lower it is now than it was last time I was here. I don't really like the waders I got. Just because. Here, look at this duck. Look at this. That old duck, he's after it. That old duck is after it. Alright. Now then. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of these waders. I'm gonna have to get some more. Alright, so get on my line here. You can see how low this daggone water is. There's some elk right around the corner there. Now here's the thing. So I've been over there. I've been over there with Mount Jackson. I haven't been over here like a bunch. I don't know. So, but I never really, I was so worried about getting up in there that I never really searched this bench area. And so it could either be return or face this way, or there is the whole return or face from the 20 degree, turn 180 degree. It could be on that side over there where, like that's 9 Mile Hole side, or it could be between her and then Mount Jackson that's on the other side. The only problem is like I was saying, you know, if you've ever lost your keys in your house, well, you know your house and you know your keys and you still can't find them. So imagine you're coming out here into the wilderness, and you have no idea what you're looking for. Look how clear this water is now. Look how low it is compared to what it was. Look. Definitely wish I had my other frog togs. I bought these. I don't like the range of motion that they have comparatively. Now right now there is no fishing because flows are too low. So I may kind of look a little gooberish out here in the river. Man, I don't know if you can see how crystal clear that water is. It's beautiful. Just taking my time, crossing. I found this line way back now, all the way back. All the way back. The actual hole that you fish is right there. There's a hole right here to fish. Locals know about it. It's in a couple of blogs. You can search that up. The water's pretty cold. Pretty cold. I'm sure kind of like people that are driving by are like, what the hell? What's that guy doing? What is that guy doing? Indeed. Yeah. So, when I was here, very last time, the water was all the way up to my chest. Right now, it's just I don't really like the range motion. Look at these ducks. Look at these guys. See them? Hey man. Yeah, you can see it's right here, foot level. And there's some twigs right here that I always look for. Alright, awesome. Now this grass right here, that's a new development. I don't really know what that is. What kind of grass that is, I mean. This looks like some switchgrass or something. Alright, we'll cross the river. Yeah, hello, yep. 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 Yep, yep. Yep. Yep, yep. Yep, yep. Yep, yep. Yeah. There's this. What are we doing? There. Alright. Yep. Yep, yep. Here we go. This is my little trusty log, where I'm gonna switch out my gear here. And give it a good look. Yep. Alright. Come on over here. Yep, yep. Yep, yep. Yep. Alright. So, get out of these here waders. Again, I don't really like them. Shoes out here. Alright. There we go. Yeah. Here, these puppies off. Sit down on my trusty log here. Alright. Man. Crazy what a few months can make. Yeah. So the whole thing with my saw is obviously, still really think, the hole is a 9-mile hole, and I think that, alright, put this other shoe on. Alright. The good thing about this is I won't be tromping around in waders this time. Alright. I'll just leave those there. Get my bear spray out. Yep. Oh, trusty bear spray. I'll grab my phone. Okay. And go ahead. Grab my backpack. Just in case we find some treasure. Alright, here we go. Yep, yep. Yep, yep. Yep, yep. Alright, so, like I was saying, I think the hole is 9-mile hole. I think that when you return her face to find the place means you're basically in front of her. Now, it is still very probable that it is up in there in the talus. Still very, very probable. Sure, I'm still recording here. Oh yeah, good. Because there are 2 double arcs up there in the talus. I just don't want to go back there right now. There's some man-made structures back there that I've seen on Google Earth. And if you'll see the footage from the other day, you'll see that there was structures back there. An old mining cart, some kind, maybe a train or some kind, and then a bunch of debris with regard to like old roadway stuff. So that's the whole where the secrets of the past still hold, that might be a part of the solve, like, again. So do I think a person is, I mean, he said he made it to where you don't have to spend a ton of time on your vacations and stuff. I mean, I'm not saying he's lying or anything. I'm just saying that, like, that's just not really real, though. You know what I mean? Because, as you can see, and anybody else that's out there who has a solve, we know, well, they know that it ain't easy being cheesy. It ain't easy when you have a solve and you know you're surrounded by wilderness, because I mean, like I'm saying, could literally be anywhere. So like right here is right at return her face to find a place. So I'm gonna walk this line and I'm gonna look. But yeah, man, talking about the difference of just a couple of months, how much different the terrain looks. I'm still very, very strong on those double arcs back there in the talus. I just want somebody to be with me when I walk back there. Mostly because, you know, it's a ways back there. It's like 3/4 of a mile back in the backcountry there. And shoot, you get lost, man. You get lost. I mean, you don't really get lost. I mean, but I'm just talking about like something were to happen. You were to have like a, if you were to have some sort of like break your ankle or twist your knee or yada yada yada, could be some trouble. Could be some trouble. Yeah, it took forever to get back here today because on the road up, they were just like going so slow, like in rubbernecking. They're like just super rubbernecking. There are some people, like, I'm glad people come to the National Forest, don't get me wrong, but there are definitely some people who should not be allowed to drive here. Alright, they just shouldn't be. There's that tree that's up there. Like, again, it's gonna be really disheartening if this had already been found and it's just being dragged out for whatever reason. I mean, I don't know if it is or not. I mean, listen, everybody who has saw and can't find it, you know, that's what they think. You know, oh man, it's not real, yada yada yada. I mean, you have that, you just have that in your mind because, I mean, again, you don't know it's real until it's there and it's real, you know what I'm saying? So I think there's a bit of denialism that happens with all of us as we you know, think we're right and, you know, put all this energy and effort into it and, you know, don't come up with any results. So it's like, it's kind of just like, well, daggone, man, am I being tricked? Or, you know? So I definitely can appreciate I can definitely appreciate people having, you know, issues. There's Mount Jackson. Yeah. Also, I actually think that the container is a safe, a home safe. Excuse me. Is a home safe. Like, it weighs, because that home safe will weigh about 30 or 40 pounds. And the actual lock, to unlock it, is the safe code that it shows on Golden Greed. Because that would make the most sense, like, weight-wise. the safe weighs about 40 pounds, and the stuff that's shown has about an estimated weight of 14 to maybe 20 pounds, maybe, depending on how heavy that meteorite is. A meteorite is super, super dense, so you see, there's that tree, man, I'm telling you, like, yeah, but yeah, so meteorite is like extremely, extremely dense. So we don't really know how much that thing weighs per se. Get on out of here. Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, we don't know. You know, we don't know what the container is. I do think it is a safe. One of those little home safes, which would protect it from a fire if a fire were to go through the woods here, or anywhere for that matter. Obviously protect it from the elements. So yeah, I think what you're looking for is one of those home safes. It's probably black, so you can see, I mean, it would fit in with the landscape super well, you know what I mean? Like, you would have trouble just seeing it. Like, is it going to be immediately identifiable? Sure, it's a home safe in the middle of the woods somewhere. But, you know, you don't really see. Another reason why, like, I'm really back in there on those talis is because of those arcs. Those two big swooping arcs. When Justin emailed me, the one and only time he emailed me back, he said something about, he did not say, oh, you're in a totally wrong spot. Of course, I don't think he's going to say it to anybody, but the wording that he used was the intended path. Now, whatever that means is whatever that means. Like, the intended path. So he wasn't like, hey, you know, nice try, bud, or anything like that. Like, which I think he would be more like if I was, like, in the completely wrong area. He was talking about intended path. So I found that to be like an interesting phrase. Again, it's so funny when people are on YouTube and are like keyboard tough guys and there's no way you could be in Yellowstone, you're an idiot. You know? Cracks me up. Like, you're talking about a guy who hid cameras in Yellowstone. You know what I mean? So it's not like, I mean, I'm not saying he doesn't have a good moral compass. I'm just saying, like, he just views it. I do think he views it as, you know, it's all of ours. You know, the national parks are ours. You know? And we all have a right. You know, we all have, it's all of ours and we all have a right. Neat stuff. Yeah, but look how low the river is, man. It's crazy. Yeah. gotta use him. That's my Jackson, but again, could totally be on the other side here. Turn her face to find the place. Yes, I'm still up in on those those double arc. I'm just not gonna go back there alone. And there's definitely man-made stuff back there too. Like, that's another cool part about it. Here's that tree from this side. Yeah, I mean, who knows? Yeah. The whole checkpoint thing is a trip too. Like, yeah, we're really off the line of, yeah, really off the line. But, like I'm saying, you know, I'm here, might as well look, right? That's the main thing. You know, Forrest's little trove was not that far off the road. I mean, it just wasn't. I mean, I don't know how Jack found it, but like, you know, I'm still curious how you came up with the saw, because I'll be honest, Forrest's poem was so ambiguous that, geez Louise. But you know, we all played a part in that story. I never met the guy. Definitely have a kindred spirit with him in regard to disregard of them taking, you know, making all these rules. I mean, you know, Yep. Well, now, I don't really, I don't have a strong, I don't really have like a strong sense that it's in this speck of woods. But I'm here and I want to look. I know for certain in Golden Greed he got out at 9 Mile Hole. When he's like, oh yeah, look, my, whatchamacallit, my gimbal works. The intended path, you say, Mr. Posey, the intended path. Well, what is the intended path? I mean, I think Forrest like took some pine needles and covered his trove. So in a way it kind of was buried. But, man, it's crazy how soft this ground is still. Kind of acts like checkpoint is like a thing that really will stand out, but I don't know. Alright, so here we go. Yes, I climbed up that. Like 7 times. I don't even, yeah. I mean, and then to climb it back down, it was wild, bro. Like, actually, I had lost my bear spray. And yeah. So, I don't know. I don't know. I do like hunting for it, though. It is fun. It's definitely fun. And getting to share the hunt is really fun too. Like, even if I don't find it, I think it's pretty cool. Because there's just a bunch of people, like I've been trying to say, like, one reason why I want to do this the way I'm doing it, and, you know, I don't begrudge anybody for not sharing their footage or whatever. Like, I don't want anybody to take it that way. But, one reason why I want to do it like this is because there are a lot of people who will never actually get out and hunt just because they can't, you know. They either can't afford it, or, you know, they're physically unable. So, you know, I'm very fortunate to have some free time to be able to get out and look and share. So, like, I mean, I hope they enjoy it. I hope people enjoy it. I hope it's, like, meaningful to them. You know? And I hope there's part of them that's like, you know, part of them is like, man, glad that guy does that. And if they're not, that's fine. I mean, look, man, I don't really share this stuff to be like, you know, oh, I'm right. I mean, I think my saw's good, but no, again, I really share it to show people, you know, really, we're seeing a lot of wilderness, and we're seeing it together, you know. I mean, that's the whole thing about it, is like, trying to see if I can get over there. Hop over this log here. Oop. Yeah, I don't really see him. I don't really see him like putting it super close to the bank, just because, for one, you know, the water's too whatever. Yeah, I would have to. That field's too wide right there. Yeah, so we're 4 to 3. I don't see him putting in the talis field, because, like, not specifically on the front ridge. But I can see I mean, him and Brandon, him specifically, referring to Justin, obviously, you know, they trekked all over this place. I mean, they did. No telling where they went together as brothers, looking, searching, and unfortunately for Justin, according to him, he walked right by it. And that could be any of us on any of our souls. We, you know, can be right, and because he was right, you know, he had the right point of view about it, or the right saw, better said. He just, you know, walked right by it. See some of these flip-flops right there. Is that the checkpoint? Is that the checkpoint? A little bitty flip-flop. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go back over there. I'm not gonna go over my 9 mile hole just yet. Because, again, I don't really like these waders. Kind of suck, to be honest. Yeah, well, anyways, that was this bench right in here. I didn't see it anywhere or anything that remotely looked like double arc. Again, right up over that hill, there's 2 very distinct arc. But you can't come up this way because, excuse me, sucked in a dandelion. Can't come in this way because there's too much. Looks like it's about to start raining anyways, so yeah, go ahead and hop on out of here. Alright, got my backpack back on. Got these dumb waders on. Little cross. Mess. So there's a ranger over there waiting on me. That's funny. He's gonna be disappointed when I ain't fishing. So pretty. Man. Right. I think something bit me on my little leg. There you go. Ooh-wee. There we go. I hate these stupid waders I got. Alright, yeah. Yeah. I do not like these waders. Nope. Pretty funny. Oh man. Oh. Alright, let me find that man. It's over there. Cross right there. Yep. Hey. Yep, yep. Go. Yeah, it's such a shame, like, you just see all this debris. Like, people should just have more respect. Oh, shoot. Ah. Oh, my line's over there. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, look, it's about to rain. Pretty muddy, I think. Yeah. Here. Oh, yeah. Got it. Alright. Sweet. Oh. Guess that old boy figured out I ain't up to nothing bad. 'Cause I ain't. I mean, just look at this river, man. Just awesome. I mean, it is just outright beautiful here. Oh yeah, there's that hole. So here's the fishing hole. I got on my line again. But it's alright. Not a big deal. It's much more a big deal with the spring melt and yep, here we go. Getting into a little deep area. This is where you fish at. Beautiful. Yeah, so the next real search areas I'm gonna have to come back through. I've definitely searched that area pretty good. I got up in there in the video. You can see me, I'm pretty high up. Then there's another highway. The highway hole is just right down the road there. So that could be the actual hole. Part of me is like, okay, I want to get back there again. I want to go check the highway hole. I want to check just on the other side of the highway hole. And then between this talus formation and Mount Haynes, which is on the other side. See this right here, if you can see that's Three Brothers Mountain. Right there, 1, 2, 3. So, yeah, the intended path. The intended path. Feels good to be in this river though. I'm actually really surprised that I've never ran into another searcher. Like, to me, the confirmation bias is so heavy for up there in Wisdom, or I don't really know where all they're hunting, because I just don't think it's there. I don't think there's a hole that really makes a lot of sense. But, you know, again, I could be wrong. So, alright. There we have it. Well, welcome to the suck. We're going to talk about this Chevy. So, right back here, in the back there, is my key. Of course, it unlocked. It unlocked whenever I approached it. You know, so I opened the gate, and then I forgot that I have my key in the water bag, in the watertight bag, and then went to go to the front door, and it was locked. So just know the Chevy Equinox will lock on you if you do not have the key. So yeah, so I went out to the road, waved someone down. They drove me to cell phone reception, and then I called YPPS, and they're gonna send somebody from their old faithful mechanic shop to come and get me unlocked. So I get the joy of just sitting here for about an hour, and yeah, so I searched all that today. It's not in there. I mean, I didn't think it was gonna be, to be honest with you, but I wanted to give it a good search. I still really believe it's up in that foot. I just really believe it. But yeah, just look. See, here's Three Brothers Mountain. Three Brothers Mountain. There's Mount Haynes. Here's the Talis. And there's Mr. Mount Jackson. Again, there's stuff back there you would never even know. So, pretty cool. So, yeah, Chevy Equinox. Chevy needs to fix that. Smooth, lock my stuff out. Well, while I wait, I might as well hunt this little island here. I mean, the chances of him putting in right here are like, shoot, probably nil. But I'm still gonna look. I mean, I ain't got nothing else to do but wait. Head sit there and wait. 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 And wait. Yeah, this rock is cool. I mean, the elk come through pretty good bit through here. I mean, what's kind of funny is like, I mean, it's actually low-key interesting. It is stupid busy. Through here. Oh yeah. Stupid busy. Yep. Yeah, I'm just going to kind of look right over here while I wait. That sure is interesting how that tree is. It's like a tree that grew into a tree. Kind of cool. And those grasshoppers or whatever they are, you know, that clicking sound. Funny. Yeah. So yeah, Chevy Equinox. Definitely neat, huh? I'm actually glad I didn't try to do a little more today, because shoot, had I locked the keys in the car. Yep. Kind of keeping an eye on the road here. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Definitely ain't pretty country. So, this is always a shadow, man. It's never not a shadow on that mountain. Yep. Super pretty. Oh yeah. Alright. Now that we got myself back unlocked, I'm down here at this next pull-off. Keys in hand. Gee, they only charged me 150 bucks to unlock my car. So I figured that's pretty dang good. Alright, so here we are. So here's a sign that you don't see unless you're here. There's the boardwalk that's down there. Obviously that's Mount Haynes. There's the Talis. I'm not gonna hike through the river right now. I mean, I should, but how's it going?
You gotta read about the trout.
What's that?
I gotta read about the trout.
Oh yeah, man.
You like to fish too, don't you?
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
You fish this area?
No, I never. You can't fish it right now, anyways.
Oh, what?
Yeah, the Madison is closed down right now, from the fire hole all the way down.
Oh, too warm.
Well, the flows are too low.
Yeah, flows are too low.
Yeah.
That's not the warmth. It's really. Do they want to monitor warmth too, or is it just?
Yeah, I think they do every bit of it.
Pushes?
Yeah. So there was multiple factors that were listed.
Yeah, there's a kid out here fishing just 1 minute ago. Must have been. I just got here to look and I could see him. I thought maybe it's. You must have one more access right here.
Yeah, he ain't supposed to be fishing. Yeah.
Well, cool, man. I fished Yellowstone Lake a couple days ago. Got 20.5 inch.
Oh,
with
wow.
a guide and released it. Beautiful 5.
Wow.
It was a chunk, man.
That's
Kinda
awesome.
Big. That's a trophy fishery.
Yeah, it is.
It's awesome.
I haven't ever fished it, but I got my GoPro going, by the way, so just so you know. But no, man, like it's beautiful out here.
Yep.
This your first time in Yellowstone?
The year of the fire.
Oh wow.
It's been too long.
Yeah. Well, this is like there's a sign, there's a flag right over there to let you know that you can fish here. My hands overlooked. So, but yeah, that's pretty cool. This is definitely a windy day. Yeah, we probably wouldn't be very good fishing.
Yeah, the Gibbs just flew into the just got into the Madison here.
Yeah.
And the Madison flows straight to the Columbia River. Or?
Yeah, I'm not really sure where this one ends up. I know that through here, you know, is some of the best trout fishing.
I've seen TV shows where there's a 20-mile stretch here where they're trying to buy the private land near.
What?
My wife, I thought maybe I've been this river, right? Where they're trying to buy, you know, the country's trying to buy the private land. Trying to make this thing more quality. And they've been doing lots of restoration.
Well, I don't know. Hopefully they never buy Yellowstone. That'd be crazy.
No. I think it's in Idaho, right?
Yeah, there's definitely.
In Idaho, they're trying to buy private land where the Madison is.
Oh, I see.
Trying to keep, you know, it publicly owned and managed correctly.
Gotcha. Yeah, man.
So have you fished the Madison then, or?
Never have. Nope. I'm just coming through Yellowstone to check it all out.
Me too.
That's Three Brothers Mountain right there. This is Three Brothers.
Three Brothers. Any sheep on it or goats on it, or?
Oh, I don't know. I haven't hiked, you know, up that. You know, that's more.
Boy, my wife and I seen over 5 or 6 or 7 black bear in the last 3 days, and
really.
And
here.
Yep.
On over there.
One in Grand Tetons. On our boat ride, and there was an elk.
Yeah.
Elk Island, Jackson. Lake, and then yeah, Lamar Valley.
Yeah,
There's
Lamar Valley is where they're all at.
350-pound bear that's under a pine tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy, huh?
South of Lamar.
You'll see a lot of elk and stuff through here. And buffalo, especially when I was here in the spring, there's a ton of buffalo throughout here. But now I think they moved on. They've already grazed this all up, and they moved, you know, a little more south.
So this is winter range elk, but they also summer here, don't they?
Yeah.
There's probably a summer herd here.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure, man. Hey, well, man.
We seen over 10 wolf this morning, Slough Creek.
Nice.
Are you making your way to Lamar Valley?
Now I'm about to make a loop back home. I actually just kind of coming down here to
guys, we see them every day. There's a den below White Rocks.
Okay.
A slick rock white.
Okay.
And then, right now they're a mile to the left.
Gotcha.
To the south. But,
wow.
hey, safe travels to you.
Hey man, I'm Chad. Nice to meet you, bro.
See you, Chad.
See you, sir. That's a nice guy. Yeah, so yeah, it's pretty awesome over here. Return her face to find the place. See, her head's right there, and this is my hands. It could be like down through there, but again, I'm not gonna go back there this trip. I'm leaving tomorrow, so. But I wanted to search those two areas. It could still be right over here, on the Mount Jackson side. But yeah, you see three brothers. Mount Haynes. Like I said, there's always a shadow. There's the Talos slope that fell from Mount Haynes, actually. That's why it was kind of like, you know, bride and groom, because, you know, Adam and Eve type thing. So yeah, I don't know. I know that it's freaking beautiful over here. Yeah, I want to show y'all that plaque. And then there's when you pull in, you actually see the fishing plaque. But yeah, cool.